There we go. Right. Hello, guys. Welcome back for another week of Big Talk. Episode 8. Man, 8 episodes in already. That's gone really quick.
Time
Uh,
flies.
yes, it does. Joining us tonight is the one and only the Mighty Miles, Chris.
Hello. What's up, man? Alright.
uh, how are you?
Feeling good, yeah. How you doing, man? Feeling pretty good. What's up?
Tired.
Dude, it's only a Tuesday.
I
It's not
know.
even halfway through the week yet.
I napped
Come
it.
on.
I actually had a nap earlier.
Dude, if I had enough time after coming home from work, I would have genuinely had a nap, but
Mm,
just couldn't do it. As I mentioned about the whole traffic situation getting home from work.
yeah.
But
I love a
yeah,
good nap.
feeling good. Yeah.
Mm.
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Everyone needs to have a nap once in a while, don't they?
Especially after you've had food. After you've had a nice dinner or something to eat.
Yeah.
Getting a nice nap just feels good.
Was saying just about like having like my beef burgers for food and stuff like that, and like
Yeah.
how fat, like how bloated I feel. Like I was thinking, oh shit, am I gonna fall asleep on this stream or whatever? I'm sure I won't, but it's
Well,
just one of them things. Yeah.
so speaking of food, this brings us to our very first question of this evening.
Hey.
You probably know what this question is if you've seen this show before, and that is, what is your Tesco meal deal?
Oh god, I have Jesus, nearly the same thing. I nearly almost every day now when I go to work. It's basically a bacon and chicken sandwich uh, with packet of hula hoops barbecue flavored crisps and a bottle of uh, Fanta Zero.
Mm,
Yeah, an
nice.
unusual one. Yeah,
That's nice. Got your
that's the
bacon, got your
yeah,
beef.
yeah. It's really nice actually. Some of the ones I have from Tesco's, but I don't know. I don't know what it is about bacon and me and chicken. I just eat so much chicken like on
Mm.
almost a daily basis. It just I don't know. But Fanta, I like. I weirdly enough, I kind of prefer the zero flavor compared to the original one. I don't know why,
Mm.
but then again, less sugar. But the problem is, it's still kind of unhealthy because of all the carbonated
Oh
sugar
yeah.
in these things. I need to. I'm not gonna lie to you. I should stop drinking these sort of drinks because they're not doing anything good to me, like
It's just
teeth
balance,
wise and
man.
stuff.
It's just balance. Like as long as you have some water to go with it, you're good.
Yeah, fair
Sleeping after eating
enough.
is because your body digesting your food. Yeah. I mean, like especially after Sunday dinners, when you have a nice Sunday roast, Sunday dinner, and then afterwards you feel like you could just sleep for a decade. No
Dude,
better
that's the
feeling.
one thing I never have is Sunday dinner because I don't. I need to like properly cook them myself and stuff, but it's just I need to. I don't have the effort to do these things. That's one thing that pees me off about the whole thing. So
Oh,
whenever I come home to see my family back in Wales, we always guarantee to have a Sunday dinner. Either they make it or we go out to have one.
yeah.
And we feel literally the same feeling. Like everyone does it. They feel absolutely shattered after having something quite big.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's honestly they're nice on Sunday dinners. They're really really like well as long as you have to like go to your favorite restaurant or something or have like what would you say is your what would you have for your Sunday dinner? Like a lamb or beef, chicken?
If I could have any,
Yeah,
it would be
anyone.
lamb.
Yeah.
I love lamb is probably my favorite. It's a meat that it's very difficult to get wrong.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
like when you say you can't go wrong with lamb. You just can't because it's such a tender meat. I mean, if you do manage to go wrong with lamb, then you should seriously have some cooking lessons or just look a bit deeper within your soul.
That should be my first bit of training when it comes to kitchen, like cooking or whatever, like when it comes to Sundays. Because I remember I told you how I don't cook my own Sunday dinners. I should start with lamb and
No,
see if I
start with
actually do.
chicken.
Chicken, yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, chicken's fine. I could probably do chicken, but yeah.
The only reason being is because chicken is cheaper, and
True.
chicken's fairly easy as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
as long as you cover it.
the closest thing I've cooked in terms of like chicken, like like a proper one, is like a turkey, and that was Christmas time.
Mm.
Because last
It's not
Christmas a
too
lot of us,
dissimilar.
yeah, pretty
Just a
similar,
slightly larger white bird.
mm, basically.
Mm.
Which honestly I would kill for one right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mm. I know. I haven't
But
cooked one for
God,
a while.
yeah. I'm not sure if you've had this question already asked or whatever, but what's your meal deal actually from Tesco's or something?
I have actually answered this, and mine
Hmm?
is a ham and cheese sandwich with
Okay.
Monster Munch and a Red Bull.
Oh, nice. Well, Monster Munch I haven't had in a long time, and they do some good ones. To be fair, like is there
The pickled onion ones, yeah, the purple one.
pickled onions?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's my favorite. Yeah,
it's the
they're
only one
good.
I like. I'm not too fussed on the others.
I don't mind them. Isn't there like a red packet one, like a chili kind of flavored one? Is there or something?
I'm not sure. It might be.
Yeah.
Probably is.
There's definitely a red packet one. That's nice, but
Mm.
I that's the best one though, the pickled onion one, as you said. Uh, Red Bull though, no, I get put off by the caffeine in them. I don't know. It's just the taste
Flaming
it has
hot.
on it, the aftertaste. I think
Yeah, yeah,
the closest thing I like to an energy drink is Monster, but I like the zero sugar flavored ones.
yeah.
Like the white can ones. They're so nice,
Mm.
and they keep me well awake when I'm doing like nights at work and stuff.
Yeah,
So
they are nice. They play.
yeah.
So, moving on to question two. What's your time of the year? Sorry, what's your favorite time of the year, and why is it Halloween?
I thought you were gonna say time of the month there for a second. um, so what's my favorite time of the year?
Yeah, what's your favorite time of the year, and why is it Halloween?
And why is it Halloween? That's the question. Dude, I mean Halloween's awesome because I love the horror genre, especially in like games and films. Like I've been recently replaying Resident Evil. I really want to play the new Aliens game that's come out as well. I think it's
Yeah,
called Fire Team Elite or something like that.
fire
But yeah,
team. Yeah, the fire
yeah,
team one. Yeah, I know.
yeah. I've heard some decent stuff about that one, so I'm gonna give that a go.
The
I
only
do love Alien.
thing that I was a bit annoyed about it because they said it was gonna be crossplay, and then when it came out, I looked.
Yeah.
It's not actually crossplay. Well, they mean when they mean crossplay, they mean as in cross platform. So like people from Steam can play with people on Xbox, but only on PC. Or yeah, so
Yeah.
you can't play if you're on PC. You can't play people that's on Xbox and vice versa. It's just a
Oh,
bit dumb.
I thought that was kind of the whole point. I thought that's what it was meant to be.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
thought
didn't.
so too. Until I looked into it,
So it
gutted.
was basically a whole. It was basically one big lie. They just basically said as well.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Yeah. Typical. No, I need to give that a go. What other horror game was I planning on playing? I've I want to replay Alien Isolation. That was a
oh
good
god,
game. That game,
you're brave.
I think that's probably the most scariest game I've played to date. Probably, like it's genuinely terrifying. Like how well they did the AI
Oh god.
of Xenomorph and
I honestly,
the
I
whole
only completed it once, and that was it. I was like, I'm not playing that again.
because it's that
I
terrifying.
was just when you think like you get those brief moments, don't you, throughout the game where it's like, ah, a little breather. It doesn't last very long. Like I said, it's very
Oh
brief,
no, the
and then you're
majority of
right
time you
back into right back in the thick of it again. And just when you get to a certain point in the game, you think, ah, maybe it's over now. I think you know the bit I'm talking
it's
about.
never
And
it's
then
never over.
yeah, and then you go on a bit further, and it's like, oh, it just gets even worse.
Yeah. Uh, and also horror films as well. I need to catch up on watching as well.
Oh God, yeah. Like,
Well,
yeah, there's a load of
yeah,
films I need to catch up on. Not even just horror, to be honest.
yeah.
Like,
It's funny. I've been saving this film on my watch list on Netflix for a while now, but I've already seen it. But I wanted to watch it again after like 5 years ago. I think I last watched it. It's called The Strangers.
mm,
Um, I don't know if you've heard of that one,
yeah,
but
strangers.
that that film made me jump a lot. But it wasn't even because of the jump scares. It's because of how easy people can copy what happens in that film because of how realistic it is. Because of the
Yeah,
whole
it's
home invasion thing.
Liv Tyler.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the main star. But the guy who directed it, he based the film off the Manson murders, and
Yes.
I think it was childhood stories of him growing up in a dodgy neighborhood or something like that.
Yeah.
So, which is quite crazy.
Yeah, that film's quite old now.
Yeah, I think it's the second film that came out at the time I was working at the cinema with you. I think in back in Blackwood. Um, it was a very underrated, like not underrated. Sorry, it was a very.
Oh God, no! I
It's like it was
thought
based.
Strangers came out way before 2014.
I think it did, yeah, but this film came out like in 2018, the sequel, I think it was.
Oh,
I
the
was really,
sequel. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, that's what
yeah.
I meant. Yeah, no. I wasn't talking about the original, I was talking about the sequel.
Yeah, I hadn't seen the sequel. I haven't seen a.
Yeah, I've heard it's just one of them films that just didn't do well in the box
Yeah,
office.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
underperformed. But
No,
good
I know.
film.
I need to. Me and Tash really want to watch the new Halloween film.
Oh, Halloween Kills,
Yeah,
yeah. One of my friends really want me to watch that. Not even just Halloween. They also my friend wants me to watch the Saw films, which I haven't seen as well. But I don't know what it is about Saw, but I feel like it's just one big gory fest or something. I don't know. Have you seen any of them at
yeah,
all?
I've seen them all.
Are they actually any good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
they are good. It's like one big saga. It's good. The only one I haven't seen yet is Spiral with Chris Rock.
Yeah, I was a bit confused about that one because I always see Chris Rock as a comedian, so seeing him in a big role like that or in a
Mm.
horror, I was thinking to myself, "Oh, this is like it's not."
It had mixed reviews from what I heard.
Yeah, but I'm keen because if
Yeah.
he did something completely different out of his reign or whatever, then I
Mm.
kind of appreciate him for doing that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And they all share a connection. These films, you said, yeah, the Saw films.
Yeah, yeah, they're all connected.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good. It's a good little storyline to follow. Have you seen the new Scream trailer?
I didn't even know there was a new Scream trailer, or even there was
Oh,
a new Scream film.
bro.
Jesus.
It's coming out in January,
Yeah,
and oh my god, it looks. I mean, Scream is my favorite slasher movie franchise of
yeah,
all time. Yeah, it's always been my favorite. Uh,
that's cool.
and
Yeah.
this one, they are doing Wes Craven justice. Like fair play. So
Yeah.
obviously this would be the first Scream film without Wes.
Is it a reboot type film or something,
No,
or a
no,
remake?
it's a sequel. It's the fifth one.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Cool.
I'm pumped. I am pumped for it.
See, I thought they would have released it Halloween, considering they already dropped a trailer in October or something. Kind of a missed opportunity, but it doesn't. I mean, it's not a
Well,
big deal, I guess.
I think I know why, and I think it's because Halloween Kills is out. You know,
You don't
having
want.
two slasher
Ooh,
movies come out within the same week is a bit of a no go because that won't
yeah,
benefit either of them.
yeah, that's a fair point. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
That's coming out soon as well.
Hmm.
One film I'm looking forward to actually, that's a slasher and horror, is Last Night in Soho. It's called.
Yes.
Yeah, directed by Edgar Wright.
Yes.
I've been trying so hard to avoid trailers for that film because I want to see it with a clear mind or whatever.
Yeah, I've only
Because
seen the one trailer.
yeah, because I appreciate Edgar Wright as a director, so I
Oh
know I
god,
can
yeah.
count on him to do a great film.
Yeah.
But when I went to see Venom the other day, do you know when they have the trailers pop up before the film?
Ah,
It
no.
had the trailer, and I was like, nope, I can't see this. I cannot see what's going on. I need to see this with fresh eyes.
Yeah.
Um, but at the same time, I was like, oh, I'm curious now to see what happens with Matt Smith in this film because I like Matt Smith, the actor. Um,
That's me.
so
Edgar Wright is probably your favorite director, isn't he?
oh, he is. He's
Yeah,
100% my favorite director, and no one else will take his my top place.
yeah.
But
Scott. Is
back to the
that because of
question.
Scott Pilgrim?
So that one, Hot Fuzz, I absolutely loved. That was a
Mm.
great film. World's End, I think, is dangerously underrated.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
I think people take the mick out of that film for all the wrong reasons. I
Mm.
think it's one of those films where you appreciate it after many watches, I'd say.
Yes.
So yeah, first watch is weird, but you will love it more.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I've found that. More times I've watched it, the more I love it. It is great.
yeah. Scott Pilgrim, like you said, Shaun of the Dead. Baby
Baby
Driver was
Driver.
also incredible. That was a great film.
Yeah. And
What
that's one
else?
thing I love about Edgar Wright's films. They are rewatchable.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like I don't know how many times I've seen Shaun the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and each time that I've watched it, I discovered something new within the film.
Yeah.
Just like little subtle details that you wouldn't notice
Yeah.
first time, or even after your third time watching it.
Yeah.
So
It's
it
like
is
that
it's
with
fun.
many things. Yeah. Films, games is one thing as well. One of my favorite games is Metal Gear Solid.
Mm,
And the amount of detail that's in those games is crazy after every time I play it.
yeah,
So it's no different to Edgar Wright in that regard.
yeah.
So so yeah, cannot wait for Last Night in Soho, man. Really
Mm.
great.
I know. I really want to see that. It does look really interesting. I just heard there was a new Edgar Wright film coming out. I was like, oh, I want to see it.
Yeah. I feel like I kind of went off topic a bit there with the
No,
question.
it's fine. That's the whole point of the show. You know, we go off on tangents all the time.
Yeah, but apart from Halloween, I also do like Christmas time as well because it's just I just like the snow when it's like snowing during that time of the year and
If it
I don't
snows.
know, it's just if it snows, that is the question. Sometimes rarely ever get that to be fair.
Yeah.
Um, but if we do, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I like celebrating Christmas with my family as well. I think it's just a family thing more than anything. Chillaxing with them and stuff, especially when I'm in London as well and I don't see them enough as well.
Mm.
Uh, but it's the one time of the year where I can actually relax as well, like actually calm down, like only for a couple of days. That's the annoying part. It's stressful because you have to pay presents and stuff. But I guess it does pay off in the end, I guess, doesn't it? In a way.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. So, like I said with these questions, they are very random and it can go from one thing to the next without
Yeah.
any context whatsoever.
If
So, if you could name something after yourself, what would that thing be?
I can name something after myself,
Mm,
like any object or whatever.
anything.
Um, I'm not sure to be honest. I got my favorite replica here, this keyblade. I could call it the Mighty Miles or Miles Blade or something like that. I guess that could work. I don't know.
What is it?
It's the Kingdom Key from Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
It's the sword that Sora holds, the Keyblade.
Ah.
Yeah, I got this at an anime convention a few months ago. Actually, I I can't remember if I told you. I was doing a talk there. Actually, this was like last July. I was basically playing on stage a randomized version of Kingdom Hearts, like I do on Twitch a lot,
Yeah.
because I wanted to get it out there for people to have a look at, because I thought it deserved a bigger audience on Twitch and stuff, or a bigger viewing scale.
Hmm.
So yeah, I had a fair few people watching me though play the game, which was fun. I obviously went to buy that as well. I was like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, yeah, I'm calling dibs on it.
Cool.
But if I, because I got my name, the Mighty Miles, I think I'd call this the Mighty Blade.
The Mighty Blade.
Yeah,
Very
something like
cool.
that.
Very good. You know, when I write these questions out, I don't really stop and think. Some of them anyway, like that one. I haven't got one. I don't know what I'd name after myself.
No way. See, that's what I was thinking. I thought maybe you would have thought about it anyway in general, like for yourself.
Maybe a comet or a meteorite, an asteroid, a planet.
Could work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a newly discovered one.
I could make any object I want to, like, so cliched because of my mighty signature on Twitch. Like, I could call this my mighty controller. And it's the most tedious thing in the world then all of a sudden. So uh, it's so stale. But yeah. Speaking of Kingdom Hearts, actually, I don't know if you heard. Smash Brothers today they released their final Smash fighter, and it was Sora Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
Yeah. I was so hyped when they announced it, the trailer. I think it was a few weeks ago. Um, I genuinely didn't think it would happen. I thought because since Disney owns most of Kingdom Hearts and stuff and Square Enix, I thought Nintendo wouldn't been able to have like a deal with them or whatever or arrange something.
mm.
But the fans spoke. The fans voted for Sora as their highest demanded fighter, and we won basically. It's amazing how that works.
Wow.
I've played him today for the first time. I was on the tube on the way into work. I was like, I need to get on my Switch now and play this. I was like, this is fucking amazing. So good.
I know there's a apparently there's a new Mario Party game coming out.
Yeah. Super Stars or something like that. Mario Party
Yeah.
Superstars, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, you can play on the old N64 boards from the old games and stuff. I might get that. But to be honest, I was gonna say because of Halloween, I was gonna try and get Luigi's Mansion for the Switch, the third game it's called.
Mm.
Because one of my friends from Twitch is currently streaming it, and after seeing her play it, I want to play it now. But I like the Mario games though; they're all good. So, have a look.
Yeah, I know.
Um, but I've got Mario Party on the Switch. I got the Super Mario Party one.
Yeah.
I don't mind it, but it gets a bit boring after a while. I think it's because the boards aren't big enough. It's way too small. So there's not much variety going on. So I'm hoping this newest one fixes that or improves upon it.
I know there's only three or four different maps you can use. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
they
unlockables get a bit. Yeah, it's just I think it's just the replayability of them. Yeah, it's very limited.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun if you have people to play with, obviously, but
Yeah.
yeah, it gets awfully tedious after a while. It's just one of them things.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
yeah.
just point it. Tell your microphone right now.
What about my microphone? Sorry.
Um, th- are the buttons just on the one side of that, or are they on two
um,
sides?
they're like, sorry, don't know what happened there. They're dials. They are, yeah, like volume dials and stuff.
Yeah.
They're
Is
not.
there? Have you got those dials on the other side of that mic as well, or is it just on the one side?
It's just this side, or the one side where I'm pointing right now.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I think one of them's volume and one's for bass. I think. But yeah.
Because correct me if I'm wrong. I'm fairly certain your microphone's pointing backwards.
Really? You reckon?
I think the dial's got to face you,
So
and
you know what?
especially if it's a cardioid microphone. There's a front and a back with a cardioid microphone.
Well, the writing or the logo is on this side where I'm pointing right now. So
Yeah.
it's facing backwards to the camera or whatever. So if I turn this a little bit,
So I think the logo's got to face the camera, and the dial's got to face you. I'm pretty sure that's where it's got to be.
hold on, let me see if I can fix this. Um, I want to try and keep it. It's hard to balance this as the trouble. I hope my mic doesn't interfere whilst I'm sorting this out.
No, it's fine.
uh,
You can't do it. You can't do it. Don't worry about it.
nah, nah, it's awkward. Nah, I'll leave it the way it is. It's fine.
Okay.
Can you hear me fine? That's all that
Oh yeah, yeah,
matters.
you fine. But I just I'm
It's
pretty
kind of
sure the
hilarious.
dial's got to face you. It makes more sense because when you can see the dials, you can just sort of tweak them as you go. So having you
Yeah.
sort of look and fumble. Oh, that's just
Yeah.
me.
Uh,
Right. What got you into streaming?
uh, Quite a few reasons. Because originally, when I created my Mighty Miles trademark username that I use pretty much on any social media account, I originally made a YouTube channel when I was at uni at the time, making my own Let's Plays and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it was at the time. I think YouTube, in terms of gaming for me, got a bit oversaturated to the point where I was like, if I'm gonna at least try and get a community growing on this channel, I didn't feel like I was gonna have a shot at all when it came to YouTube. So I just basically left my channel alone at the time, and then when a couple of years later down the line, when I moved to London and I started to become more independent, and I started to like settle down with my job and whatever, that's when I started considering to stream because I don't know what it is about Twitch, but I like the idea of being able to chat to someone whilst
Mm.
I'm playing a game, especially a single player one, because that's pretty much all I seem to play nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't play enough online stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been getting better recently. I've been trying to get back into World of Warcraft,
Ah.
which I loved playing when it first kicked off the game or whatever. So,
Mm.
I'm currently trying to level up my Night Elf Druid or something, so it's really cool. But yeah, I just feel like I like to have an audience with me whenever I'm playing a game. Because I don't have many, I don't. There's not many people I know who can just come and chill out or whatever and do like couch gameplay or whatever or couch co-op.
Yeah.
So it's just one of them things. Plus, COVID kicked off last
Mm.
year, obviously for us,
Yeah.
which
What
gave
better
me
time?
more which gave me the perfect opportunity
Yeah.
to take it more seriously, and that's mainly the reason why it happened, to be honest. So, um, in a weird way, it worked out because I got to not only meet a lot of awesome people, but connect to people like yourself that I knew
Mm.
from previously when we used to work together.
Yeah.
People I used to go to uni with, I know them now on Discord. I've made my own server now as
Mm.
well, so it's crazy how much I've done within the span of over a year and a half, I think, of doing twitching and stuff. So
Absolutely.
crazy.
I know.
But yeah.
I have to admit, I don't think I've ever told you this, but you were actually one of my inspirations to get into the streaming.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really, you were, because I seen,
Nice.
that you also used to work in the same place I did, and you left it, went on to bigger and better things, and you were streaming as well at the same time. I could see that you were doing really well, and it looked
Yeah,
like a lot of fun, and
I
it's
think
it's something that was
ambitious.
always at the
Yeah,
back of my mind as well. That like I've
yeah.
always wanted to have like some sort of career around gaming,
Mm. It's good
and
to be
yeah,
ambitious, which
yeah,
I believe is the word you'd be using. I think
mm.
if I
Oh
want to
yeah,
like
you've got
try
to
and
be
stick to
for
it.
this job. Yeah, you've definitely got to be ambitious.
Yeah,
Because it is no by
they
no means easy. It is not easy.
yeah.
People think, oh, what's so difficult about sitting down in front and playing a game for a few hours?
It's a
It's
lot of effort.
because it's a lot more of behind the scenes. Like 90% of it is behind the scenes.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, if I had enough time and the right amount of people watching my stream to generate a good, sensible amount of income or whatever like people could do, I would easily make this my full-time job.
Yeah,
But it's just not easy, unfortunately, with the predicament I'm in at the
I
moment.
know.
I'm kind of happy that I'm doing a job anyway outside of Twitch that I did at university at the time, like trained up for it or whatever, or studied for it.
Hmm.
So I'm cool with that or whatever. I'm happy with where I'm at, but at the same time, I secretly do want a game as a career. I mean, I do a lot of esports stuff
I
on
mean, who
Twitch.
wouldn't want to?
Yeah, like I try to get into tournaments and stuff, which is also good for my channel because it means a lot more people have found my channel because of that reason. Because there's ways around it, like how
Yeah,
people can pop into your channel and all that, try and find who you are. Like I was streaming last Saturday in the qualifiers for this tournament I was in, and I had over 140 people watching my channel.
Sick.
Not together though as one, but like in total
Yep.
the
Still,
video.
that's good
Yeah,
numbers, dude. That's really,
and,
really
and
good.
and that's been off Twitch for over a month.
Yeah.
So crazy how it came together like that. It's crazy.
Well
But yeah,
done. That's very
yeah.
good.
Can't wait. Honestly, can't wait to see what happens next now.
Well,
Need to try.
kind of following on from that. Do you see yourself doing this for a long time?
Um, like I said, like if it was easy with my job, then I would see it. But I'd have to make some big commitment, like big changes to my life or whatever, if I wanted to commit to this job. But you just don't. It's just not entirely guaranteed. That's the trouble. It's no different to most freelancing jobs. Like
Yeah.
if let's say you wanted to be a freelancer in filmmaking, which I tried to do at the time at a time.
Mm.
You've got to obviously know people. As it's no different to Twitch. You need to know people. You need to have connections and stuff. It's the pretty much the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Um,
God, that's yeah. I never really thought of it that way. But
yeah,
yeah, thinking back to it, it's starting off for myself. Yeah, I knew you that did it, and you helped me out starting up as well.
yeah.
I had uh, like loads of other friends who have streamed and are streaming. So yeah, I completely
But
get that.
one of my favorite people on Twitch, his name's Differential. You
Yeah,
know
I
him.
know. Yeah, Dan. Yeah.
Yeah, from Dipsten.
Dips Den.
Yeah, he was the guy who got me into Discord. Actually, he found me in a stream of me playing Miles Morales Spider-Man game on the PS5 because that was my first game I got on launch,
Ah,
and he found me through Twitch in a random like game in a random stream I was doing at the time. And I was like, okay, why not? Let's try Discord. Like at first, I was kind of skeptical about it because I was wondering what the point of it was. But then when I started to realize what you could do on there, that's when I got stuck in so easily. Um, Especially what I can do on my server and stuff. Like I've made my own different channels and stuff like that.
yeah,
Pe- yeah, like I've basically got a good variety going on my channel. Like people talking about Kingdom Hearts because that's one of my favorite games. Legend of Zelda is another one because that's a game I started to enjoy on Twitch because that's how I started because that's my first experience of it on Twitch or whatever. Legend of Zelda.
nice.
Um, Basically anyone who wants me to request something, I'll do it. Like Pokemon's another one as well. Crazy.
And
Um, Same with films. Like I love talking about films because that's
oh,
my other
yeah,
thing about it as well. Like I want to work in filmmaking and stuff. So I have my own like movie and TV chat as well that goes on whenever possible. That's what I was thinking because I was saying earlier on, obviously, about this whole podcast idea I had where I'd make like a podcast show.
yeah,
Maybe at certain seasons I could focus on a particular topic. So like one season I could focus on gaming, and one season I could focus on shows or
yeah,
films or something like that. That could be an idea.
yeah. Comics, anime,
Well, comics would be a good one as well.
whatever. Yeah,
Anime as well,
yeah.
literally.
List
Good
is
choices.
endless.
Yeah. We'll see how it
Absolutely.
goes.
Yeah.
See how it
Well,
goes.
if you do it, I'd like to attend on the film one. If you do the film one,
Sick. I'll do a Marvel dedicated one because do you prefer Marvel to DC or do you like both? Or
I like
yeah,
both, but Marvel. I know more about Marvel than I would DC. But
same. Yeah.
any films, I love all. I love many, many, many genres.
Did you see the new Batman trailer that dropped?
Oh my god!
Oh
Yes, I
damn!
did. And the
It looks.
Flash.
I know it looks. They look really really good.
Michael Keaton returning in the Flash.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton Batman. I
Yeah.
watched it. I was like, no, no, because I saw the mask. I was like, that's the Tim Burton Batman mask.
The Tim Burton mask.
Ah!
Yeah. There's like a weird like sort of crossover going on or something like that. Probably. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah. But it's amazing. I can sort of see that with Flash in a weird way, but dude, I need to watch more DC stuff because there are a few films I've been missing. So I haven't seen the newest Wonder Woman. Um, I've seen the first one. That was a good one.
Mm.
But not 1984, I think it was called.
Yeah, I
Um,
still haven't seen it. I need to watch it.
yeah, I haven't seen Aquaman. I haven't
You haven't seen
seen
Aquaman?
Yeah, Shazam. I haven't seen as well. Are they
Shazam's
decent stuff?
good.
Yeah.
You're not really missing out with Aquaman. I seen the trailer for Aquaman 2, and I noticed a certain someone's still in it, so I'm not gonna watch it.
Fair enough. It's just
Because fuck that bitch.
terrible. Yeah. Um,
They will not
what's
be getting my
what,
money.
what's that film? Oh yeah, the Zack Snyder Justice
Yes,
League
I haven't
third
seen the
film.
Snyder Cut either. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh no, I have seen it. Sorry, I was about to say
Oh, you
I have
have?
watched it. Yeah. Oh God, that is a good film.
Yeah, I know. I've seen
It's
like
so
I've
good.
seen a lot of clips of side by side comparison of the Josh Whedon and
Zack
the
Snyder version.
Snyder
Yeah.
version, and oh wow, yeah, Whedon, he was good for Marvel, Avengers, and Age of Ultron, but not for DC. He can't do DC.
Yeah.
It's just a different tone entirely.
The ironic thing is, I never saw the original anyway, the Josh Whedon version.
I
This was my
have.
first experience of Justice League Zack Snyder, and I couldn't have picked a more perfect time to see it. So,
This is gonna
but
sound terrible of me,
yeah.
but the first Josh Whedon's version of Justice League came out the same day my daughter was born,
Oh no way!
and
Oh
I
gee!
went to go watch it the day it came out.
Oh shit! Guys, was you there when your kid was born?
No, I was. I saw the birth of my child.
Oh yeah, it's like Jesus.
So obviously this the day Isla was born, she couldn't go home the same day.
Okay.
They had to stay in hospital overnight. So obviously I wasn't allowed to stay. So um, my friend Harry was like, "Oh, I got tickets to Justice League if you want to join."
Fair
I
enough.
was like half dead because I only had like 3 hours sleep, if that.
Yeah, probably exhausted that
And I
day
was exhausted,
because
but I
you
went nonetheless. And I
because
was
you
just
one of
remember
them.
watching the film. I was just nearly falling asleep watching it.
So you never even planned to watch it in the first place. Was you even gonna watch it eventually anyway?
Yeah,
Or was
I
it?
did. Well, the
Yeah.
thing is, we did plan to watch it on that day. Like, he did book tickets, but Isla was overdue by 2 weeks.
Oh, oh yeah. Okay,
So,
that makes more sense actually.
yeah, we couldn't predict the day she was born. So, yeah,
That's such an unusual circumstance. But yeah, part of me is curious to see what the Josh Whedon version's actually like now in comparison. I probably won't enjoy it as much, but I
you
kind
won't.
of
You
just,
probably
I
won't.
just,
It's half the runtime,
yeah,
and it's just yeah, I don't know, just the whole look of it.
yeah. Doesn't it not look very finished or something? Like the CGI and stuff like that. Doesn't
Yeah,
it
it
look like
doesn't
it
look
still
great.
doesn't look very polished up or something? I don't know.
No.
That's the right
And
thing.
throughout the entire film, you'll be noticing how CGI Henry Cavill's mouth is.
Really.
Because at the time, he was filming Mission Impossible 5 Ghost Recon. Is it Ghost Recon?
Fallout. It
For,
was
is it
actually.
Fallout? Oh, yeah, that one,
Yeah, the
sorry.
last one.
And
Yeah,
he was
last
contracted to have a mustache,
one.
a real one. Um, I think it's just to do with like authenticity, because you know we can tell the difference between a real one and a fake one. So, but yeah,
Yeah,
he was contracted to have a real one, and so he couldn't shave it, and he was filming both films at the same time. So that means
same time.
for Justice League, they had to CGI his entire mouth, and it just looked bad.
Yeah. I mean, when I watched the Zack Snyder version, I personally couldn't see a major issue with it or something
No,
like
because
that.
they tidied it up. That's why.
I mean, they had more time, obviously, to do it
Hmm.
because this wasn't like a theater released film, obviously, Zack Snyder. It was a HBO Max
Yeah.
thing at the time, I think it was.
Yeah.
So they had more time to sort this stuff out. I think one of my I can't really say obviously because you might want to watch it. It's the post credit scene basically in the film, uh, or the final scene basically. It involves a nightmare by a Bruce like a Bruce Banner nightmare. It's called. Uh, it's quite interesting. I find it very. It's really cute.
For one now?
It's it's called the night. It's called Nightmare, as in like Knight mare. Uh, about Justice League now, the very last part of it.
Justice League.
Yeah, in the
Oh.
Zack Snyder version, there's like a new exclusive scene.
Oh wait, yeah, I think I seen it.
Have you seen
Yeah.
it? The one with the one with Joker, and when Superman turns evil
Yeah.
because of what happened with
Lois Lane.
Lois.
Yeah.
But it makes more sense now because when you watch Batman vs Superman, the scene where Flash tells Bruce about how Lois is the key, it sort of adds up because she's the reason why Superman becomes angry or something because of what
Yeah.
happens to her fate, I think.
Yeah,
So
because not only did because Lois was pregnant. Lois Lane was pregnant at the time as well when Joker killed her.
yeah, mad. What's your opinion of Jared Leto's Joker? Actually, out of curiosity.
Um, he's not the most obvious choice, is he, for most people? But I honestly didn't mind him.
um,
I thought he was the closest representation of the comic version
yeah,
out of the movies that have come out.
I can sort of see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like people,
he looks very cartoony, doesn't he? In a
yeah,
way.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Like a lot of
yeah,
people instantly compared him to Heath Ledger because obviously he was the previous Joker to Jared Leto, and
I
it's
can't
like
use.
that's it's you can't really compare the two because Christopher Nolan's Batman was more of a realistic take, if you will,
Take on the story. Yeah,
on the comics. So it was a more. I mean, I love the view of it, but like in Suicide Squad, it's completely comic booky. It's supposed to be.
yeah,
So I get the direction that they had with Jared Leto. It's just a shame that they cut a lot of his footage, and it was just poor advertising. I think it just
yeah.
let it down.
It's funny because what's his name? The guy who directed David Ayer. They keep fans just keep wanting him to like release the David Ayer cut or something like that. Like his true vision
Was it David
of
Ayer?
the.
I thought it was James Gunn.
No, that's the Suicide Squad. That's the newest one. I'm talking
Oh,
about the original one, the one from 2016.
yeah, I
Uh,
thought he did that one as well. I thought he was having another crack at it.
no, this was
Oh,
a completely different director. No, David Ayer had an original vision for the film, but it got script by Warner Brothers because they wanted, I think, a film to suit a bigger audience range. I think it was something like that. I don't know.
yeah.
They try to make it more suitable. I think I don't know if that's the right word I'm looking for, but they cut down a lot of things, and I think the film would have been a lot more darker and intense. I think if they kept it the original version the way it was, which I would have
Well,
preferred.
that's what I mean. That I remember watching the first ever trailer, and it did have very dark undertones. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm really
Yeah.
excited for this. This looks
Ooh,
great." And
ooh,
then
hype.
two or three trailers later, and it was like they were playing Bohemian Rhapsody in the trailer. I'm like,
Yeah.
this feels different to the original one.
Yeah.
What are they
I don't
doing? As like they tried to go with like a Suicide Squad a Guardians of the Galaxy type sort of comparison
feel.
with yeah.
Yeah. And ironically enough, when you do watch the Suicides, have you seen the newest Suicide Squad?
No,
You need to watch it,
I
mate. It's
know.
so good. It's much better than the other one, but they're obviously done by different people. But honestly, you can see that it was made by James. You can tell it's made by James Gunn.
Yeah,
Honestly, it's pure James Gunn all over. But yeah, definitely watch it. I'd recommend it.
I
I
know
think it's
he's
out.
he's a busy guy because pretty much as soon as he finished up on the Suicide Squad, getting straight into Guardians 3,
Yeah, yeah, can't
which
once again.
unfortunately all the Marvel films have been delayed by a few months. Have
Um,
you heard?
I don't know which ones specifically now because
All of them.
I know even Eternals, the ones coming out in November, or
No, apart
is that
from apart from Eternals, I think. I think it's
what about
just
Spider-Man?
and Spider-Man because that's more with Sony. So
Okay,
yeah,
yeah, because that's meant to come out December, I think.
yeah.
Spider-Man, which I'm super hyped for.
It's just the ones going from next year now. So like,
Okay,
Doctor Strange 2 was supposed to come out in like February or March, but it's now been pushed to May,
okay.
and yeah,
Um,
and so on and so forth. There's a few more.
wasn't there like another Black Panther film they were going to do as
Yeah,
well or
that's another one
something?
that's been delayed by a few extra months as well. I think that
Yeah.
was supposed to come out July next year, but it's been delayed to like October.
Uh,
Yeah, I know.
I need to watch more Marvel stuff like from Disney Plus. Like I tried watching that What If series.
Oh, good. Oh, it's
Um,
so good.
I watched the first episode and I actually really enjoyed it. It was actually
Honestly,
really clever.
this each episode's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's 9
I
episodes in total.
yeah, I'm curious to see about what that zombies one's about, the zombie episode,
It's
because
great.
that's an unusual
Well,
concept
when
when
you
I looked
watch all
at
these
it.
episodes, you gotta bear in mind that all of these episodes are canon to the MCU.
Oh yeah,
They're
wait,
all
is it
they're
because
all lore.
yeah,
They're all in the same. They're all canon because it's all multiverses and stuff like that.
of course, yeah.
Yeah, so it's good.
I'll
You'll
definitely
love
give
it.
I'll definitely give it a go. I need to like be able to find the time to watch stuff. That's the trouble.
Yeah,
Maybe this weekend I might give it a go. Who knows?
could probably binge them in all in a weekend. To be honest, with you. They're about half hour each. So
Yeah, they're only short.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Um. Wow, we veered off topic quite a bit there, didn't we?
Yeah, once again. What was the original question?
Do you see yourself doing this for a long time?
Oh yeah.
Uh,
That was a big jump.
yes.
I love it.
um, what was your favorite part about working in the cinema?
Oh God. The people, 100%. Staff. Yeah, I honestly missed you guys as soon as I left to go to London. That was the one biggest thing I was really not gonna get over, I
Yeah,
think, because there's many people I can name off the top of my head, which I don't feel like I should, obviously, because I don't want to give away personal deets or whatever.
no, I
I mean,
know.
it's up to you. I mean, I could name them, but I don't really want to. It's a safety thing,
Yeah, of
if that makes sense. But you'll know who I'm talking about because I chat with them a lot and stuff.
course. No,
But
me
yeah,
too.
you guys more than anything. I also miss being able to go to the cinema much more often because I was working there because of the benefits we got from working there as well.
Yeah,
Uh, I don't know. It actually it was. I think it was one of the only jobs I've ever worked that sort of got me out of my shell, if that makes sense. Like
100%.
I was able to open up a lot more
Mm,
because uni I think did that, but it still didn't quite
no,
get me out of it, even after 3 years of being
yeah.
there.
It's
I mean, it did. Yeah,
working in the cinema forces you to interact with customers. You have to. Part of your
the
job.
customer experience. Yeah, I mean, the job I'm doing currently now in television, one of my jobs is to troubleshoot with editors on the phone.
Mm,
So, like today, for example, I had to speak to people on the phone and try and figure out how to fix their editing software. So, doing getting experience from customer service from the cinema definitely helped that because it made
yes.
me comfortably talk with people I don't know that well. So,
Yeah.
um,
I know.
it's great.
Jade. I don't know if you know this, but Jade is actually she works on kiosk now. She actually does kiosk.
Oh no way!
Yeah, she's doing the
Oh,
tills.
that's
And
I can
to a
never
lot of
imagine
people,
it.
I know. I mean, to a lot of people, they'll be like, "Oh, big deal," but it is a big deal for her.
It is a big deal, yeah.
Like for
Damn.
the longest time, she was like she wouldn't even dare step foot on kiosk because it's just she's just so scared of it.
Did
But now
she?
she does great on it.
Yeah.
Last I
What
checked.
did she just decide to do it, or did
Yeah,
one of the managers
yeah.
say, yeah,
She just went. I want to give it a go.
yeah, nice one.
It was a good opportunity as well when we were at 25% capacity, so it wasn't as busy. So good opportunity for it to get trained up on it.
Yeah, because there was not as many people at the
Yeah,
time, obviously, so she had moments to practice and stuff like that. Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
it was
that's
good.
cool. It's weird because when I was working there, I felt like the majority of the time I was working on kiosks.
You were, yeah.
I did, but that was fine because I still had moments where I could still work on the floor, which was great. Because if I was working kiosk constantly, I probably wouldn't have enjoyed the job as much. I liked the job, but I'm
Yeah,
glad I was able to do a mixture of stuff
yeah,
besides being on kiosk. So
yeah. It
yeah,
is crazy to think that I used to be a supervisor there.
yeah, it's still mad. Great.
My my
How long did you?
knees did not appreciate them steps. All them stairs.
Oh yes, God, the amount of times I had to walk up them stairs. Shit,
Yeah.
I was quite fit back then, like trying to work out a lot. Yeah, I actually did took a lot of like steps when I was at work at the time.
3 years I was there for.
Really? I thought it was much less. Three
Yeah,
years.
three
Wow.
years. 16th of April 2018 I joined, and the 19th of June 2021 I left.
No one left. Yeah. Oh yeah, it wouldn't have been that long ago. Actually, I just realized. Yeah, you did tell me. Yeah,
Yeah, just over 3 years.
but it's funny. Because you mentioned about the whole steps thing, like climbing up steps. It's funny because in my previous job, in the company I work with now, when I got promoted, my job consisted of doing a lot of moving around and stuff. So I was on my feet constantly.
Mm.
But now I'm practically sitting in a chair for like 8 or 9 hours straight in a day, and it feels so weird. Like I don't like it personally. I'd rather move around a lot.
Oh, I don't. I prefer staying in one spot. My knee,
Lu-
my knee
Luckily,
took a battering
sorry.
in that place.
Yeah. Luckily, there are situations where I have to get out of my seat and get stuff done or whatever. Like when I
Yeah.
mentioned, I have to deal with client issues head on or whatever. I did that today or whatever. But there are days when I'm sitting in this chair and I'm like, please do something. I can't sit here all the time. But everyone's different, though.
Oh.
What was your favorite thing about being a supervisor?
Being the supervisor.
Yeah,
Oh,
or even just
just
working
having
as
the
a super
power. Just have just the power.
the
No,
power.
no. Um, I think it was just the fact. I think I'm trying to think of something. I think it was just the freedom is not the word I'd use, but like opportunity then to just sort of go from place to place within the building. Like whereas on shifts we would have designated kiosk staff and designated floor staff, etc. I could,
Oh
as a
yeah,
supervisor, I could go from one to the other at any given time.
yeah.
So that
So you
was
had
nice. It
more,
was
yeah,
it did keep it sort of balanced, and it wasn't just the same thing all the time.
all the time. Yeah. Okay.
But contrary on however, it did mean that I was usually the one back and forth places around all around the building, whether it be the stock room all the way upstairs or the stock rooms towards Scream One. It would I'd be the one that usually would run and get them.
Oh
So yeah,
God, I can still picture in my head like what the building's like now when I go up them stairs and
yeah,
stuff. I swear to God, the bar there I've only just recently opened up again or
yeah,
something like that.
yeah. They opened it up last week.
Yeah, and I was like, oh my God, I remember those days. I used to work on the bar, weirdly enough, as well. That's
Mm,
another thing. I didn't do as much stuff at the time on the bar, but
yeah.
I do it. So
My
I was
least
getting,
favorite thing though about the supervisor role was dealing with very agitated customers.
yeah. Had moments, yeah.
I once got called a dickhead by a customer because I wouldn't let their daughter in to see a restricted film unless they had ID to prove it.
I think I don't think I was called a dickhead, but I definitely had the odd look from people when I would reject them and stuff.
So
Uh,
one of the staff members on was on kiosk and they asked them for ID,
yeah,
you know, and then the protocol then is if they kick off from it and stuff, they would get the supervisor. So I was supervisor on shift, so I was called, and I backed up my staff. I was on this. Well, of course, I was on their side.
yeah,
So I said, yep, you clearly don't. It's a 15 film. I can't remember what film it was for. This is a 15 film, and even though it's a 15 film, you gotta look 18 and over to go see it.
yeah,
It's like the challenge 25 rule.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
That's the thing. We
explained
all
all
had to
this
do
to
that.
him, and they still weren't having it. And the mother was getting really irate with me. And I was like, "Look, it's just the rules. I'm sorry, I don't make them up." Like,
Yeah, it's like you're digging yourself into a deeper hole,
mm.
but at the
By
same time,
rights, because she called
what
me
else
that,
are you
I had
supposed
I had every right to say, right, that's it, get out.
to?
I
It's
did.
actually what happened.
It's a
Yeah,
boost. It's a boost towards a member of staff.
what it is, and yeah,
I'm sorry if I'm IDing your daughter because I don't think she looks old enough to go watch this film. Sorry, I'm
yeah.
doing my job. Yeah, I don't deserve to be called a dickhead for it.
One of my favorite things about working in that cinema actually was when I was working on the opening day of Deadpool 2 and I had a Deadpool costume and I think I wore it that day on
Yeah.
kiosk. I had the mask with me as well. I don't know if you remember this. I was wearing a Deadpool mask on
Yeah.
kiosk.
Yeah, I borrowed. I
And
kept wearing it.
yeah, and there were situations where I was pretending to be Deadpool with his personality and still rejecting people for their ID, and I was saying stuff like, "Oh, you naughty, naughty person," like saying it in a very, I was not like sexualized way, but like saying it in a point where you're like, "You're naughty, you can't watch this film."
Your
I don't know,
best
it's just one
Deadpool
of
impression, yeah.
yeah, it
I
was just
know.
weird, but it was fun. We all had that though. We had I think the when I first joined you guys. This was in December 2017.
Yeah.
The Last Jedi came out in the cinema, and I remember one of my first shifts there. Everyone was wearing costumes, like James was wearing
Yeah.
his Jedi robes and
Yeah.
stuff. Um,
Jade and
I,
Jodie were dressed up as well.
yeah, I think one of them was Leia and stuff. But I think you might have
Jade.
been Jade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jodie was
So
Ray.
yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was cool that you had that freedom or just free reign to be whatever you want
I
or
know.
whatever. Dress up.
Me and Tash went to the midnight showing for it. I still got photos of him on my phone when I went to go see the midnight showing, and they were all lined up at the front of the screen. And James did his big announcement speech thing.
Oh, that happened. They all were there. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, still got the photos. And what's crazy then is that, well, 4 months later, I'm working there. So,
Yeah. Greatest Showman was another one as well, where they dressed up a lot as well.
yeah,
Uh, Yeah.
that
It's
was
good
good.
though. Great times, man. They were good.
Um, is there anything you would change about your past?
God. My past. Oh
Mm,
shit. This is a very big one. Oh god. Probably making better decisions in life in general, I think, probably. But I'm just trying to think of a particular example. I think it's mainly from a work perspective, because there were situations where I'm trying to think of an example when I was up in London, when I first moved to London. Basically, I started working at the company I'm at right now, which is a post production
mm,
studio in central London. I was a runner back then. That's like an entry level position.
yeah,
And I had, I think it was 2 weeks later, a job interview with another company. Well, when I say I had a job interview, they offered me an interview. So I had to decide whether or not to do it or not, even though I was still working fairly new at the time.
yeah.
And this job, oh God, they came back to me very late. I was thinking to myself, when did I last apply for this job? um, but it was with a sound post production studio,
Okay.
which would have been honestly, if I chose to go for that interview and I got that job, I think I would have been a lot better off personally because it would have been in a more specific region of what I want to get into.
Uh,
Because I think my studio that I work with, they do all sorts. They do audio and picture and graphics. They got everything. But to be able to work in a studio that focuses purely on sound, I
hmm.
think would have been a better choice for me. So yeah, if I could change just one thing, I think it's just to try and be more confident in my decisions and rather not hesitate.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Be a bit more
Like
forthright.
yeah, like a part of me was thinking, oh, I don't have to worry about this. I've got a new job now, and we'll see how it goes. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, I don't know. Should I give this a go as well? I think I just need to take more risks in life. I think that was the problem. I wasn't quite a risk taker back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's one thing I would probably change.
Yeah. Don't regret it though.
Yeah.
Don't regret it.
I mean, funny enough, I had a job interview literally last Saturday with a company in Swansea for a gaming social media agency, actually. They do videos for Twitch streamers. So they actually edit videos, and I was like, this is like the most perfect job ever. Um,
Do it.
but I but I applied for this job last July, and I thought, and then a couple of weeks later, I was like, "No, I'm never going to hear off them. They're taking way too long." And they only got back to me like over a week ago, and I was like, uh, uh, "I've just recently been promoted, and now I've got this. Like, what do I do? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's when I started to hesitate again now. So that's when I was starting to realize, okay, you know what? Screw it. Let's give it a go and see how it goes. And did an interview last Saturday and it went surprisingly well.
Good.
So the only thing that's putting me off about that job is the salary. It's so bad.
Is
It's
it?
really, really, yeah, it's poor. And it sucks because that job has bigger responsibilities than what I'm doing now, and I'm
Uh,
getting paid more for this job than I am for that job. So
but does
I
the
feel
does the ratio make a difference in terms of the location?
that's the problem.
Yes,
Yeah, I
because
think because if
London is
it's
obviously
Swansea,
more is the one of the most expensive places in Europe.
yeah, there's a
Um,
thing.
yeah, and like obviously Swansea is definitely not. So does it
It
kind
could
of
be.
balance itself out? Plus, with Swansea, you're much
Yeah,
closer to home.
well, that's another thing as well. I was also thinking about as well. It's much nearer, and it might be the case of this company's just not as big as the company I work with now, so they don't probably earn as much in
Yeah.
comparison. Like studio I work at, we work on ITV and BBC Channel 4 shows, like
Wow.
big, big TV shows. Like next month, sorry, I'm working on Gogglebox stuff from
Mad.
Channel 4. So that's gonna be a mental month.
So what do you
So
actually do then?
I help out editors with their projects. So I do stuff like preparation work for their rushes. So do you know, like on films and shows when they film the shots and they edit them and all that. Basically, they bring the footage to us to the studio. They get it delivered here, and we have to ingest it for them into their projects. Because we use Avid Media Composer. That's our editing software. I don't know if you do you know about Avid Media
Yeah, I've heard of
Composer?
it.
It's like the film professional standard of editing
Yeah.
or whatever. So yeah, I have to use Avid to copy this footage that they filmed onto their projects, which they work on in the edit suites of our company.
So is it how
So
big's the footage that Noah gets sent to you? Is it like small little snippets or is it one big file?
they're big.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's this one show we work on called Gold Rush.
Yeah.
It's on Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
That's the bane of my life, that show, because the amount of footage we've got to put through for them. So there's this one season that they had recently, and they did over, I think it was 10 episodes, and they were on their 12th season or whatever it was. So it's a big show. And the drive they gave us, it was like a big, bulky It was like a desktop. It looked like a mini computer, but it was an actual drive. 15 gig terabytes it was, the footage. That's 15,000
Fucking
gigabytes, I
hell.
think,
Yeah,
worth of footage.
15 terabytes of footage. They just send it
Yeah,
over on a massive hard drive, basically.
yeah. And basically in our company we have a cloud um database where we store all of the backups of their footage.
Hmm.
So what we do is when they give us the hard drive, we've got to copy it onto a Mac or a PC or whatever.
Yeah.
We got to let it run for like over 4 days because of how long the size is, obviously, how big it is. So we can't let people touch it. We're like, don't touch this because we'll lose like 24 hours of work or whatever if this gets messed with.
So like, they send it to you then to sort of like compress the files.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So like for
Because they
like moving it from like an MP4 to a PNG or whatever. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they normally shoot films stuff nowadays in 4K,
Yeah.
but we downgrade it to like
1080 or 1440.
720 720 we do normally.
Oh, 720.
Um,
Wow.
yeah, but there's a clever method we use actually. Basically, what we do is we do this thing called AMA linking, and basically what that means is we link up the high res footage from the drive on the project,
Hmm.
and then we compress it into a copy, and we give that copy to the editors to edit with, and that's
Ah.
their offline cut done or their rough cut.
Yeah.
And then when we have it, we have to then link up that poor quality footage with the high quality footage to make it look better, basically.
Ah, right. So it's like
Because
layering it.
yeah, because if we give them the top quality footage to work with, their avids are going to crash because we don't have the most powerful computers to run it. Because 4K footage is like an animal to run on
Yeah.
PCs. So that's why we have to compress to make it easier for them to work with. So,
What PCs do you guys run off of?
um, I don't know what the specs are specifically, but we just use Windows 10's sort of PC or whatever. We do have Macs as well, but that's mainly for audio. Like we have like sound mixers who work in Pro Tools and Adobe Audition or whatever it
Yeah.
is. What's the other one? Logic Pro.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, primarily that's good for Macs, but when it comes to actual picture editing, we just use normal desktop PCs. I don't think I don't think they're as powerful as the one I've got here, though. I
Oh
don't
no.
think they've got a.
No, no,
I
no.
don't think they haven't got a 12 core
No.
CPU.
No. They can't afford that shit, bro. They wouldn't be able to afford like a dozen of them things, no way.
Yeah, well, they got to pay for not only the the licenses for the editing software because they
Yeah.
have like over hundreds of editing computers or whatever in our company. You just got to just make these like adjustments and stuff, innit?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah, no, your PC. Your PC's a beast.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
was it
gonna
the
last me for
Ryzen
many years.
7
Ryzen 9
Ryzen 9
3900X
3900?
12 core. Yeah.
Ryzen 9, dude. Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you even need that?
See, that's what I'm thinking. Like, did I actually even need this in
You
the
probably
first
could have
place?
gone with a Ryzen 7.
Yeah, probably. I don't even know what the price comparison would have been. It probably might have been a big difference. I'm not sure, but
It
I paid
depends.
400
It does depend.
I I paid £400 basically for that CPU. So
Hey, that's actually not bad.
that's about the same price as a
Five.
PS5 maybe,
Yeah. Yeah.
sort of. Yeah.
But in terms of
Uh,
PC specs, like relatively, that's good.
it's good,
For a
yeah.
Ryzen 9, yeah.
But my most expensive part was definitely the RTX
Oh,
3070 Ti.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Any GPU now. Expensive. My GPU that I've got is the RX 580 8 gig card by XFX. And
Did you say it was 8 gig?
yeah, 8 gig card.
Oh shit, that's pretty good then. Yeah,
Mm,
damn.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I did my research, bro. When I was buying all the parts, I was like, I want an 8 gig card because that would be like the minimum these days. You need like 6 gigs to run like
Oh,
AAA titles on high settings. So I was like, I
I'm
definitely want an 8 gig card to sort of future proof me.
yeah. It's the
But
same
when
with
I
like
got it, my card was on offer for 150 quid.
Wow, that's a steal.
Absolutely is a steal
It's a huge steal,
because
man.
I've seen how much my card is worth now, and it's worth around 800 odd pound.
Oh, sheets.
So I am very fortunate. Like, 'cause I picked that GPU up last year, like summertime last year. So
Oh,
literally,
so yeah,
right,
so
literally, right before the
it
GPU shortages came in.
came in, yeah. So that was perfect timing,
Perfect
basically. Yeah.
timing. I got
Wow.
so lucky.
Awesome.
I'm very fortunate. I do count my blessings. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
uh,
Um, but yeah, like I said, apart from preparing stuff for these clients, the other thing I do in my job is just troubleshoot, like I said,
yeah,
on the phone. Like sometimes they'll Avid will crash. Sometimes I'll have to do like the odd step and be like, "Have you turned it off and on again?"
yeah.
I
Hello, IT.
basically
Have you tried
put
switching it off and back on again?
yeah, I basically pull an IT crowd,
Yeah,
and it actually, and weirdly enough, 90% of the time it works.
yeah. That's the
Yeah,
thing. Like that's how I love that show is so accurate because more often than not, these devices just do need a simple restart. That's it.
restart. Yeah.
For some
Oh
reason,
God.
it's like there's some things that happens inside the computers on a nano level that you just can't comprehend, and they just sort of fix themselves the next day or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not gonna lie.
I've had a few issues with my PC, a couple of times since I've had it, and I'm like,
Mm,
oh, what's going on with this thing? And I
yeah.
try researching him, like what's up with this, what's up with that, and can't really find anything. So I just sort of leave the PC for a day, come back to the next day, switch it on, everything's hunky dory, everything's fine, like nothing happened. I'm like, okay,
Yeah. I need to fix something on my computer. Actually, I'm having this error message that comes up every time I'm booting up.
is it a blue
Um,
screen?
no, it's basically it's not even like an error, but it's so basically so my CPU fan, I've got it connected to this thing I have called a Commander Core, and it's basically where I connect all my RGB fans to
Yeah,
create the colors. Basically, it's like a
yes,
little gadget
yeah,
that I got or whatever. And the thing is, you're meant to put your CPU fan power into the motherboard itself. There's
yes,
like a connector specific for it.
yeah, the
I
header.
thought you I thought you could just put it into the
No,
commander, which
no, it's
um
got to go right into the
because
the Mobo. Yeah, right into it.
yeah, so now it comes up with an error message every time I boot it up. I can still skip it, like I can still use my computer, but I feel like maybe at some point,
You
like
should have two. So you've got an air not an air cooler, an AIO, haven't you?
yeah,
So it's like it's a water pump essentially, isn't it?
yeah.
So you'll have two headers at the top of your motherboard. You'll have fan and CPU. It should be CPU fan and CPU cooler.
Well, it's called a pump. It
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So you
yeah,
don't plug it into the fan. You would plug it in the fan. You won't plug it into the fan header. You plug it into the cooler header,
the cooler header. Yeah, okay.
and that's literally just a simple way. It should be, yeah, it should be by the top of your RAM. I think for most motherboards, it should be like at the top of your RAM.
I think you're right. Weirdly enough, as well, when I turn my computer on, it comes up with a little tiny little red light, and I'm thinking, is that Neo where the problem is? Like, is my motherboard clever that it can find out where on that motherboard there's a problem or
Some
something?
some motherboards do, not all. I don't think mine does, but yes, because mine's like
It's
a.
clever.
It is clever,
Yeah,
yeah. My motherboard's quite a cheapy one. It's a B450, so it's good, but it's like a cheapy B450. No bells and whistles on it or anything. But yeah, a lot of motherboards now they do have a little light indicator to say if something's missing or not working properly.
that's the one I got. Yeah, I got a B450, but it's a Rocks Gaming
Yeah,
Mark 4 2 one or whatever it's
yeah.
called.
Yours is a nice one. I've just got a simple as rock. Yeah, just a. I got it for like 60 quid.
That case though, oh my
It's
god,
lovely.
like it's nice, but it was a nightmare to try and put the parts together because the space I had in it. Like I thought it would be a lot more spacious, and weirdly enough, it
It's
is. It's bigger than my older case, but
It's a mid tower, isn't it? Is it a mid tower or a full tower?
Mid tower,
It's a mid tower.
technically. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that really frustrated me about putting that together was trying to connect the power cables to the power socket. You know, like the big power brick thing that you put in your computer. Basically, in my case, it's got like a cover covering the whole top part of the power things. You can't see it on the inside
No, I know.
or the outside or whatever unless you unscrew all of it out.
Yep.
And so getting the cables through these little holes around my computer was a nightmare to deal with. Cable management is my worst nightmare, that's all I can say.
It it benefits to have small hands.
I mean, I've got tiny hands,
Same.
but even then, that wasn't enough. Like, it was super awkward trying
It
to
is
get
awkward. Yeah.
to plug in like the tiniest little connector. It was frustrating.
It took me
Um,
5.5 hours to put my PC together.
See, that's good. That's
For
pretty
my
good. And
first
wasn't
ever
that your
one, yeah, it's not bad.
and your first one? Yeah, my first one took me 8 hours when I was at uni. Um, so that's yeah, that's really good then.
Yeah, I
You
think
did you
what made it
you use
simpler
them?
is that I don't have any hard drives or SATA drives. I have just an NVMe, an M.2
Oh,
drive.
oh
So it's
yeah,
literally just a
that's
plug in and
right.
screw. It's so easy.
I've been meaning to get one of them actually because I'm running out of space on one of my drive
Oh mate,
SSDs.
I highly recommend an NVMe. They're so fast.
Yeah,
The
I have to give
load
them.
times will be the thing of the past. You won't even notice load times anymore.
You can use them on PS5 now. Sony lets
Yeah.
you put them in now. Yeah.
Well, they haven't released them yet.
Are they not? I thought they did.
No,
Okay.
that's the one. That was a bit of a drawback with the PS5. People who were gonna get one. So it comes with like, what was it, 850 gigabytes of NVMe storage, which is alright. It's okay.
It's
Um,
scary how quick it goes down though. I've
yeah,
already used
yeah.
that
Even a
video.
terabyte these days isn't really that, much.
Much, yeah.
Um, but then the
Crazy.
downfall is that the SSD that can only be used in the system is I think it's PCIe Gen 4.
Yeah,
I think I might be
interesting.
wrong. It might just be a certain type of NVMe that just isn't out yet to the general public.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's due out next year, I believe.
And I'm not sure if this is true or not, but if you have to, because you have to take off the front part of your PlayStation 5,
The panel,
I don't know
yeah.
if that, I don't know if that breaks warranty then, obviously.
No, it doesn't.
Or it does not.
No, I don't
Oh.
think it does. It's just you take off the side panel and it's there right in front of you to plug in your new NVMe.
If it's Sony approved, then I can't see why it wouldn't break a warranty. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
Yeah. There we are. And now Xbox. I don't like what Xbox has done with their SSD. 'Cause it's not like an NVMe drive. It's weird. It's like a stick that you plug into the back of the console, but they're only specific to Xboxes.
oh, really? Well,
Yeah,
like exclusive type things. Yeah, I've
yeah, and
seen
it
that
and it's
before.
expensive.
That's very unusual
A
because
one terabyte stick of it is like 200 quid.
yeah, because I thought Microsoft were good when it comes to like experimenting on many different things.
I
I
could
never
see
imagined
why they
they'd
went with
do.
it because it was to do with like convenience. Like you haven't got to
Yeah,
take anything apart. You just get the stick, plug it in, and you're good to go. Which is great. That's fantastic, but it's expensive. Just
that's
for a
true. Yeah,
terabyte, my 1 terabyte NVMe, which isn't the most flashiest of NVMe's, is still really fast though. Cost me just under 90 quid for 1 terabyte.
that's actually not too
It
bad.
is. It's good.
Um,
It's good.
that's actually pretty good. That's
Yeah.
about the same price you would nearly pay for just a normal SSD drive, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah,
So to pay 200 quid for an SSD that is only exclusive to Xbox Series consoles.
yeah.
E- Yikes.
Which one do you have? Do you have Series X or no?
No, I have just the One S.
The Xbox One S, you mean?
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
yeah. I haven't. The first time I gamed on my console since having my PC was the other day, and that was
Yeah.
only for like 10 minutes.
It's difficult, like getting back from one thing to another.
You
Like,
can't.
I've got
You
a
just can't do it. It's not to do with the difficult. It's just like the. I just prefer my PC.
yeah,
It's just
like
better.
yeah, that, but it's weird because with PlayStation, I try to stick to games on there that are only exclusive for that console.
Yeah, yeah.
So, because that way, then at least I have a reason for coming back to it,
Mm,
rather than playing a game that's made for multi platforms or whatever.
yeah.
Switch is another thing as well. I need to play more of as well. My Switch console,
Mm.
which I did play weirdly enough today because of Smash Bros. Obviously, as we mentioned. Um, but yeah, PlayStation. It's weird because I got the PS5 on launch day, and I love it. Don't get me wrong; it's my favorite PlayStation I've played to date. The controller is phenomenal on that console. Um, I actually play with it on my PC weirdly enough because
Mm.
it's universally connected with the USB cable and stuff,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's so easy to use.
I know. I got the Series X
Oh, nice.
in red.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
use this for my PC now. Sometimes.
that's cool. But I feel like it's weird because there's not enough PS5 games out right now.
No, I know.
But even if I was still gonna wait to get it around this time, I would have to have good luck to even get one in the first place because there's still short at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. I think only now Xbox more Series X's have come back into stock.
Yeah.
I know they've just been. It's just since the pandemic. It's just everything into. I think it's just the silicon production, which goes into like the chips, the CPUs, and all that. Because you
Well, they
got
cost a lot of money anyway, don't they? That's the thing.
yeah. I mean, if you got to think like there's chips in everything we use in our phones, in our cars.
Hmm.
You know, in even in the machines that make the chips. Yeah, chicken or
Chipception.
yeah, it's like what came first, chicken or the egg situation again. Machines making machines.
I love it.
But yeah, that's mean that like, they just had a massive shortage. But next year we'll have plenty, and I think the GPU prices will come back down again, and we'll have more back in stock as well.
I heard a rumor PlayStation 5 or Sony they're trying to cut back on their parts or something like that to make like a slim version because they want people obviously to play their newest console. So I think that might be their
Yeah,
plan maybe as well.
I
But I
think
don't
what you're referring to is they've had to pretty much downgrade their console. So
know. Yeah,
they've
that's
made
what I
it
meant.
less powerful because they simply can't meet the demand.
Yeah,
So they have to
basically.
sort of dumb the console down a bit. So anyone who buys a PS5 from now on will get a less powerful version of the original one,
Yeah,
which
I'm
sucks.
probably I'm probably not as maybe rare because the one I've got obviously is like quite difficult to get, obviously. So I'm wondering how much this would cost in a couple of years' time or whatever. Still, I don't know.
It's disgusting because when the console's released, so many people were buying them in bulk and then selling them for like two, three times the price.
Yeah, well, it's the same with GPUs.
Literally, yeah, it's such a
It's
scummy thing to do. It's just not fair. Like
toxic.
it is. It's horrible, but
Yeah,
you'll get it in every anywhere where there's opportunity to make money. It doesn't have to be in consoles or GPUs.
yeah,
Anyway, back to the questions.
yeah. Go for it, man.
Who or what was your inspiration growing up?
um, oh God, it's gonna be very cliched, but probably my mother because she got me through school like really well as a kid, like because I was quite a difficult child to handle back then.
Really?
I would never focus in school. I would be an absolute brat. like running around a lot and stuff. Just I would have no control of myself. So I wonder at times like how my mom could handle that. But I I appreciate her patience with me as well. To be fair, like for all we know, it could have gone bad, and she could have done something completely like terrible. Not even like terrible, but she'd be like, "Nope, that's it. We can't handle this anymore. Like this is too much." Uh, but no, I she she works hard at what she does, and I feel like a part of that relates back to me because I want to work hard and do the best I can. So I think she's one of my biggest inspirations more than anything.
Cool.
That's like as an overall
Yeah.
thing, if that makes sense,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like a
No, yeah.
general thing. But if we have to talk about something work specifically in terms of like films,
Mm.
which is what I'm currently doing, clearly Edgar Wright's one of my biggest inspirations.
Yeah.
I just love his editing, and oh, not well, it's not even his editing; it's
His
his
vision.
direction, his
Yeah.
vision, in like that sort of thing.
His
Yeah,
creativity.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I know.
so well done.
It's like Baby Driver. He had that film in mind for like 20 years.
That's true. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
and the
his
reason
project.
why he didn't make it when he wanted to is because just the technology wasn't around then.
Didn't he like make like a music video or something like that that was meant to be like the prototype of the film or something like that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he
It
did like
wouldn't
a music
surprise me.
video. I can't remember the name of the band now that he did it for or whatever. But yeah, it's a mixture of the Cornetto trilogy mixed with Baby Driver or something all together. It was a weird thing.
Mad.
I think there was a big actor in that music video as well. I think his name was oh, what's it called? Rafe Spall, I think his name is. He's in all the trilogy films. He plays in Shaun the Dead. He plays the guy who works for Shaun in the shop, the one who keeps saying you got red on you, or
Oh yeah, one
the
of
one
the
who keeps
the Andes, one of the Andes.
yeah yeah
Yeah.
Detective Constable Cartwright or whatever his name is. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I know you're about. Yeah, you want to be a small town? Fuck up on the whole village.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Or it's like, do you want to go for the home phone book? Yeah, we'll go to
It's
Aaron A.
and
Aronson,
so
shall
we...
we?
Please don't be childish.
Yeah, dude, that film's so quotable as well. I think that is my favorite film quote wise. I think Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Oh, it's so good. It's all right, Andy. It's only
It's
bolognese.
it's oh yeah, it's all for the greater good. The
The
greater
greater
good.
good.
I want to watch it now. As soon as we
Yeah.
go off this interview, I'm watching it. That's funny. But who else who inspires me? Who else? Probably Spielberg is another one I also
Mm,
love as well. I like his films, especially Catch Me If You Can is one of my favorite
yes.
films
Oh
with
yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks.
I got a little fun fact about that film you may or may not
Oh,
know.
mhm.
Um, the scene where he gets arrested in Paris, the person arresting him, put him in the cuffs, is the real Abagnale.
I did not know that actually.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that is actually pretty crazy.
Yep.
The real Abigail.
Yeah.
Wait, did they not actually show the person? Oh no, they did. They did, didn't they?
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah.
It's
Oh,
brief. It's very brief. I think he's in it
pretty
for
brief.
a few frames. But yeah,
Frames,
he's
yeah.
there. He's the one arresting him in Paris.
That
He's
that
the
is
one
actually
that puts the
weird.
cuffs on him and that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I
funny
found
when
that fact out a few weeks back. I was like, holy shit, that's really cool.
yeah, it's funny when stuff like that happens, especially in like biopic films, like true
Mm.
story stuff. Wolf of Wall Street was one of them. Jordan Belfort, the guy in it, he's in that film as a cameo as well.
Yeah, I can't remember what scene.
It was the very final part. It's the bit when he brings him up, Leonardo DiCaprio
Oh
onto the
yeah, yeah. He
stage
introduced him on
for a
stage. Yeah, I
talk.
remember now.
That's
Yeah,
actually the real Jordan
yeah, I
Belfort.
know.
Yeah, it's mad.
I just think,
Hmm.
yeah, he is. He's a motivational speaker now, isn't he? The real Jordan Belfort.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't really think of anyone else off the top of my head like about biopics specifically, but you get the point of it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
it's weird how they have these cameos and stuff. I also love Jurassic Park actually as well. Weirdly enough, that's one of my favorite films to watch by Spielberg. Um, and actually, one big person that inspires me most, especially in sound and like music related, John Williams. Like his composed work in Star Wars, Harry Potter, like
Jurassic
I could go
Park,
on. Jurassic Park, honestly, it's so many
and pretty
great
much
films.
every other Spielberg film there is.
Yeah,
He's pretty
they've
much
brought the
he's the
variety.
guy. He's the guy that Spielberg goes to every time. It's like, ah, make another film. Okay, I'll be your composer again.
Yeah, many directors do that though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
It's no different to Nolan with Hans Zimmer. Like Hans Zimmer's
yeah.
been working
Or
with.
Tim Burton and Danny Elfman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
yeah. That's very true.
I didn't know this until last year, actually. The film Nightmare Before Christmas, the
Mhm.
stop motion film, the guy who voices Jack Skellington is Danny Elfman.
For the singing, yes, but not
Oh,
for
for
the
the singing,
talking.
okay.
Yeah,
Enough of the talking, okay.
yeah,
I thought like in general he did the whole thing, but
yeah. He doesn't. When they were doing the film, Danny Elfman didn't really want any voice lines or anything like that. Um,
okay.
so Tim Burton was like, "Well, what about some just singing lines?" Then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll do that." He's like, "Oh, there we go."
I mean, he's not technically an actor, to be fair, isn't he, Danny Elfman? He's
Yeah,
mainly composing.
yeah,
Didn't he do the Spider-Man films as well? The Sam Raimi ones.
yes,
I think he did, didn't he? Yeah, they're great songs,
yeah.
soundtrack as well.
Danny Elfman's done so many, and the thing is, he's such an iconic composer. Like, as soon as you hear his stuff, it's like that's Danny Elfman.
Yeah,
You just
basically.
know who it is.
Mm.
So good.
Sort of similar to Hans Zimmer as well. He has his moments
Yeah,
where he's quite triumphant. It does sound like a Zimmer moment or whatever.
yeah. Like, 'cause he did Interstellar as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I haven't seen that film in ages. I
Good
think I've
film.
only seen it the once. Quite a big film, isn't it?
Mm.
Like, well, see, I have a thing with Nolan. I feel like his films are only should only be deserved to watch in the cinema alone. I don't feel like his films fit home viewing personally. I mean, unless you have like a big size home cinema projector or whatever,
Yeah.
you I guess you're sorted. But
If you're if you're part of the 1%, yeah.
yeah, but I feel like if I were ever to go see the Dark Knight films again or watch them, I'd rather see it in like a cinema that does that because the cinemas in London that show cult films
Yeah.
and all that. Funny enough, one of my favorite cinemas I go to very often shows a lot of Nolan films, so that's
Eh,
pretty cool.
here we are. No, I see what you mean. It's when you go, it's an experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Howard Shaw, who does the Lord of the Rings soundtrack
Yes. Oh my
as well.
God. How could I forget
Excellent.
it?
Yeah.
I would sure.
Just the Shire music and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's the kind of music you can wake up to every morning.
Yeah, it could actually. Yeah, definitely.
So
It's
good.
so weird because this morning we was in work and we normally have Spotify on, but we've been so neck deep with work these last few days that we haven't had a chance to even focus on the Spotify playlists. And to be perfectly honest, when I go into work tomorrow and no one's playing anything, I might just put on the the Lord of the Rings soundtrack. Just put the Shire music on constant loop or something.
When Howard Shaw was composing the music for The Lord of the Rings, he would only compose each song once he had had the footage sent over from Peter Jackson.
So he didn't like compose the music
So whereas a lot
beforehand.
of film companies they film the film, but they also have sort of like a liaison between them, then don't they? To sort of say, well, this is the kind of shot we've done. Do this sort of music, and then they put it together.
Yeah,
It wasn't like that. It was with Lord of the Rings. It was they'd film the scene, like take for example the scene where they're walking over the mountains, the Fellowship. and it's that big
Yeah.
build up. That's that.
Yeah.
Um, Howard Shaw had that. He had watched the footage and studied it and was like, and then just put the music together,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
really
why
cool.
it fits and works so well throughout all three films.
Yeah, because he had that idea already planned
Yeah,
ahead of time.
because
Okay, that's
he
really
could
cool.
see it and he could feel it, rather than just like guessing, if you will.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if I got the box. I've got the films. Yeah, I've got all. I think I got Hobbit as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got it.
I got all of them on
Yeah,
extended Blu-ray.
yeah, extended trilogy, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
People say, like, I always say to people, if you're gonna watch Lord of the Rings, you watch the extended. There is no other. I don't care if there's a theatrical. No, you don't watch theatrical. You watch Lord of the Rings. You watch extended.
Yeah, they're both good versions anyway, but extended is so easily the best version. It's
Hmm.
the definitive version. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
You're meant to watch it.
it's the one that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of the major plot points are in the extended edition that just aren't in the
Theatrical one.
theatrical one.
Mm,
Yeah.
brilliant.
So, moving on.
Yep, go for it.
Ask me a question.
I feel like I've asked you a few questions beforehand anyway. um, ask any question, yeah?
Hmm.
Um, what's your favorite? What's your favorite game this year that's come out so far? What do you say?
Well, I've played the beta for Halo Infinite, and
Hmm.
I'm in love with it.
Yeah.
And Halo Infinite is the full game is being released on the 8th of December. So, and technically it's not out yet. So, I would have said Halo Infinite, but it technically isn't out yet. So, um,
I mean, I guess that does count for something, but yeah, I mean, as in like a game, a
a
full
full
game or
release
something. Yeah,
title.
I guess. Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Valheim lately.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, sure.
It's really good. It's like
Yeah.
an open world survival Viking game. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
It is. It's so simple, and it's not by any means a perfect game. Like, there's still some issues with it that developers are still working on, and they're still bringing out more updates. But yeah, it's nice. It's a pretty game. It's lovely.
Is it like difficult as Dark Souls or something like that,
Oh
or
no, no,
is
no.
it, or is it like a Witcher free type thing where it's quite big in terms of the maps and stuff we explore?
It's like, think of it. Yeah, I suppose you could think it's like The Witcher meets Minecraft.
Okay.
So you have free
Similar.
reign until in terms of like building and but there's also like there's no linear storyline. There's bosses
Okay.
you gotta fight, and each boss you fight is progressively harder than the last.
But
And
you can sort of make your own story up as you go along anyway. Like
yes, I mean,
you
you
don't.
don't have to fight these bosses, but I say you don't have to. Maybe you kind of do in order to progress onto like new materials. Like, for example, to unlock iron, you need to defeat like the second boss to unlock a pickaxe. So you can mine up materials and stuff.
It's kind of
Uh,
no different to World of Warcraft, to be honest. There's so
yeah,
many
kind of like
different
that.
paths.
Yeah, I suppose.
There's so many different paths you can take, but every time you go down a set path, you unlock a specific reward anyway, like you
Mm.
said. So
But this is more like I said,
yeah.
it's like Minecraft in a sense. So it's like you have free reign to build whatever you like, and it's you can build some pretty cool stuff. I've recently built a big castle.
Really.
I've built a castle because
Nice.
every now and then you get your camp gets raided by these creatures. So there's like trolls and goblins and all that sort of stuff in there. And getting raided by trolls is not fun
Oh God, it must be.
because they're big. So this is why I built the castle, which took a long time to build. Because this is a slow game. It's a very slow game.
I can imagine.
You need
Yeah.
a lot of time invested. Oh yeah, then actually, it's not like The Witcher meets Minecraft. It's like Skyrim meets Minecraft.
I guess. Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
you do need like you can make up like potions of like healing, poison resistance, frost resistance, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
There's wolves. You can fight. You gotta eat food in order to like get stronger and what have you. Craft new
I got. I.
armor.
I got another good question actually. I just thought of if you don't mind
Go on.
answering this one. What's the first R-rated game you remember playing as a kid? As in like 18 rated or something. Like you couldn't play it at the time because you were way too young. What was the first one you remember playing?
GTA.
Same. I think I was 7 at the time when I played
Yeah,
GTA
same.
Vice City, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
it's
think it was
funny.
GTA 3 was the first one I ever played.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. That's the one. Yeah, that's the Liberty City one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. It wasn't Vice City. I first played it was the third one. Yeah.
Yeah, GTA 3.
Uh, I sometimes wonder how my family let me get away playing them games because.
I think it was easier for me because I had older brothers.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I could play it. It's fine.
got lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if I'm not gonna lie to you, if I didn't have very strict parents at the time, like they were aware of what GTA was, I think, but if they didn't give myself good control on what I was playing at the time, I think I would have been a bad influence on certain situations. Like I would have been a bank robber probably at the age of 14 or something if I kept playing a lot of GTA.
Nah. Nah.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I
No,
don't know. I just
there's
no.
no link. Games do
No.
not influence real life human
Real life.
behavior. No, they don't.
Yeah, that's fair enough then. Yeah. I wonder that. Like that's a concept like people still talk about in today's
They
world.
do.
Um,
It's more so the older
especially
generation that don't understand games.
well that as well. Yeah, that's the trouble.
They do.
Uh,
They say, "Oh,
I
some person went and shot up a school in America. Oh, that's big. I'll blame the video games. I'll blame the TV shows." It's like,
it
what about all the
fascinates
people
me.
that do play games that don't shoot up a school? Like,
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It fascinates me though that sort of thing for some weird reason. Like
mm,
I I like watching a lot of case studies on YouTube, or retrospectives they mainly call them.
yeah,
And there's this one guy I follow named Liam Triforce, and he did a case study on a game called Manhunt, which was released by Rockstar Games.
yeah, I know it.
And I played that game, and it's pretty gruesome. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie. And I think I played that when I was too young at the time. I think I was like 8 or whatever. And I remember that game genuinely terrified me because of how realistic it was, like the situation you were put in that game. So,
come to think of
uh,
it, we used to play that when we were kids. The summertime, we'll be all out playing in like park, where there's like trees and like a small like little wooded area.
oh, right, I know what you mean.
And yeah, we play. Oh, do you want to play Manhunt? And like, ah, go on then. So it'd be like 20 of us playing Manhunt.
That's funny. Um, did you hear about GTA actually? They're getting remastered versions of the original 3 on Unreal Engine. Well,
Yeah.
I think that's one side of it
Oh,
true.
the
I don't
original
know.
ones.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Free Vice City and San Andreas, and
Oh, cool.
I really hope it's Unreal Engine. I don't know, it's not officially confirmed, but I'm hearing
Well,
rumors.
I know they've confirmed that they're bringing out GTA 5 on the next gen consoles again
That's yeah.
for the
I
second
like
time.
it's the well, not even the second time. Like they didn't. Oh yeah, sorry, it is the
Yeah,
second time. Because the first time they did the PS4 and the what do you call it, the
Xbox
PC
One.
or whatever, Xbox One, and now they're doing it a
And now
second
they do
time.
it
They're
for
bringing.
the. Yeah.
I like how they're making jokes about it. Like, I'm gonna tell my grandchildren about this, and GTA 6 has just come out or whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. It's been like 12 generations of the same game. Um,
I know.
the only thing I'm a bit nervous about this remastered thing though, is they're not only just releasing on PS5 and Xbox, it's also going to be on iOS and Android. So I'm worried about graphics wise how that's going to work. I don't know if they're going to downgrade it for the iPhone.
They'll have to.
They might have to, yeah, because if it is Unreal Engine, if that turns out to be, they've got to make sacrifices to that sort of thing because
Yeah,
it's a small
definitely.
engine. Yeah.
Oh. So I think we're gonna come towards the end of the show now.
Yeah.
But before we end it, I'm going to ask you a riddle.
A riddle. Oh God.
Do
Okay.
you like your riddles?
Um, I do, I guess.
I
I
love a
mean,
good riddle.
I like the Riddler
Yeah.
from Batman. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So the riddle is: I have keys, but no locks or space, and no rooms. You can enter, but can't go inside. What am I?
Can you say it again? Sorry.
I have keys, but no locks or space, and no rooms. You can enter, but can't go outside. What am I?
Oh, it's really a weird one. Have keys. A heart? Is there something like that? Maybe. I think I may have went a bit overboard there with that one.
Nope, not that.
I have keys.
The answer may be closer to you than you think.
I was gonna say car as well. Car? No, not car. No, closer to you. Well, closer to you than you think. You said.
Hmm.
Um,
It might be staring at you right in your face. You never know. Would you like me to say the riddle again?
if you don't mind, yeah. Sorry.
I have keys, but no locks or space, and no rooms. You can enter, but can't go outside.
Oh, is it keyboard?
Yes.
It's a keyboard, isn't it? Yeah. I was thinking because you said it's staring me right in the face, and I was thinking space enter. Oh my god, that was so easy. Oh, I love it. That was good. Fair play.
I do like a good riddle. It gets the brain neurons firing.
Yeah, sometimes I feel so dumb when I don't realize it. But that was pretty well played, to be fair. I like that one.
I do know some pretty hard riddles.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Hobbit, I like the riddles storyline with the Gollum and stuff and Bilbo.
Riddles in the
Uh,
dark.
yeah, so good.
I know.
Is this something you do with every sorry guest we
Yeah,
did before? Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I love
Love a good
it.
riddle.
Uh,
It's fun.
so good job.
Yes, I think that's where we shall end it.
Yeah,
um,
sounds good.
thanks to all those that did join in and watch. I think I'm only down to down to one viewer at the moment though, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
All good.
It's fine. I enjoy doing these. I really do enjoy doing them. They're fun.
It'll be on
Yes.
YouTube anyway, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you
Cool.
don't mind, I'll upload this VOD to YouTube in the next couple of days.
Just do it.
Okay. I'll post it in my Discord. Can I post it in yours?
Yeah, of
No.
course.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool. Cool. I'll
go
post it in
go for it, man.
your Discord.
People were gonna try and see it. I think live at some point, but I think it. I didn't tell them well ahead in advance. That was the problem because I've been so busy with
Yeah,
work.
it's fine. Don't worry
But
about it.
sure they'll want to watch it. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'll put it in. Put in. Is it the you got a YouTube section? I'm a new one. You said.
I do. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I'll
do.
I'll chuck it in there then.
Cool.
There we are. But
Sounds good,
yeah. Thanks, sir. Thanks, guys. I shall see you in the next episode of Big Talk.
man.
Take care. Bye.
See ya.